Welcome back to Dr. Emerson's Material Medica session.
Argentum Nitricum. Always think of Argentum on seeing withered, dried up, old looking patients. Argentum Nitricum is an irritant of mucous membrane, producing violent inflammation of throat and marked gastroenteritis, splinter like pains, and free mucopurulent discharge in the inflamed and ulcerated mucous membrane. Guiding clues are: time passes too slowly, great longing for fresh air, craves sugar, sweets, and salt, chilly when uncovered, yet feel smothered if wrapped up, apprehension when ready for church or opera, diarrhea sets in, impulsive, wants to do things in hurry, must walk fast, is always hurried, emaciation progressing every year, most marked in lower extremities, marasmus, acute or chronic disease from unusual or long continued mental exertion. Symptoms are: first one, headache from dancing, headache with sense of expansion, headache ending with bilious vomiting, headache amelioration by pressure or tight bandaging, headache is habitual gastric of literary man, headache congestive with fullness and heaviness, headache aggravation from any exhaustive mental labor, hemicrania, pressive screwing in frontal eminence of temple. Next is eye symptoms: aversion of lids, excoriation of lids, dilated pupils before epilepsy, pain and inflammation amelioration by cold and open air, redness while reading or sewing and amelioration in open air, photophobia after straining of eyes or in warm room, pannus, acute granular conjunctivitis, scarlet red like raw beef, profuse discharge, mucopurulent. Next is belching. Belching after every meal. Belching accompanies most gastric ailments. Difficult belching, finally air rushes out with great violence. Ophthalmia neonatorum. Cornea opaque and ulcerated. Agglutinated at morning. With sore, thick, swollen lids. With profuse purulent discharge. Next, diarrhea. Diarrhea as soon as he drinks. Diarrhea with much noisy flatus. Diarrhea after eating candy or sugar. Diarrhea aggravated from excitement. In diarrhea, stool turning green after remaining on diaper. Stool is green mucus like chopped spinach in flakes. Masses of mucolymph in shreddy strips or lumps. Eye strain from sewing. Eye strain aggravated in warm room. Eye strain ameliorated in open air. Diseases due to defective accommodation. Next, stomach. Difficult eructation. Eructation after eating. Complaints ameliorated after eructation. Stomach is sensitive to clothing. Flatulence after eating. Vomiting during diarrhea. Flatulent dyspepsia. Stomach full as if it would burst with wind. Mind symptoms are: fear of being alone, desire for company, fear of high places, ailments from anticipation, hurry to arrive at the appointed time, fears that high walls and buildings will fall upon him. Throat symptoms are: rawness of throat, thick tenacious mucus discharge, dark red discoloration of throat, sensation of a splinter in throat when swallowing. Reproductive system: painful erection, uterine prolapse, chordae, vaginismus, impotence, erection fails when coition is attempted, painful coition in both sexes followed by bleeding from vagina, sensation of a splinter in or about uterus when walking or riding. Next, nervous system: numbness of feet, restlessness before convulsion, convulsion without consciousness, can't walk with closed eyes, great weakness of lower extremities with trembling, walks and stands unsteadily, especially when he thinks himself unobserved. Next, metrorrhagia, metrorrhagia after coition, in sterility, in young widows, with nervous erethism at change of life. Aggravation from cold air, from cold food, after eating sugar and ice cream, after unusual mental exertion, amelioration in open air, after bathing with cold water, craves the wind blowing in his face. Other symptoms are enlarged sensation of head during pregnancy, buzzing noises in ears, thick viscid expectoration, loud flatus after eating sugar, involuntary urination during day and night, asthmatic respiration, loss of voice in singers, palpitation of heart after excitement, reddish discoloration and pain at tip of tongue, chronic laryngitis of singers, the high notes causes cough, dirty looking yellow sallow lead colored discoloration of face. Relation: Natramur for bad effects of cauterizing with nitrate of silver. Coffea increases nervous headache. Boys complaints after using tobacco. Similar to Natramur, nitric acid, lacasis, auremet and cupramet. After veratrum, lycopodium follows well in flatulent dyspepsia. Thank you. We'll see you with the next video presentation of medicine, Drosera.